I can bear it now. And she always plays with my fragile mind.
So this is the crusher. I hope you can hear me because I have a mask on. Can you see it slightly moving? Probably not. This is the barley. So that people were a little bit concerned last night on my yacht home because I was skateboarding underneath the slats. Rest assured, you lovely lot, I won't be doing that when it's full of slurry. That was people's primary concern. I definitely won't be doing that when it's full of slurry. I am the person who won't go near the lids because I'm terrified of them. Like, trust me, it just wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen. We're near enough crushing barley every day. We were doing it serious sort of every other day. We're near enough crushing it. What the hell is that? Crushing it every day now. I'm going out tonight, believe it or not. My mate, Shibba Hobahan, Agent Farrell, texted me the other night and said, did I want to go to an awards ceremony? Obviously I said yes. Setting off on my jollies tonight for a little night out. It's going to be a late one. Well, it might not be actually. I might be back by 10. Can I just show you? Can I just show you? The back of this animal. So this is a pure limmy. We had about 5 at one point, to be fair. We had a lot of 3/4 bred limmies and about 5 pure limmies. We bred the bull, not off this. It was off a really, really big cow, like honestly bigger than, she was the biggest cow we had, to be fair. She was like a bull. I just wanted to show you the back of her. If you look at how flat she is, and then if you go across an Angus cross, and these are all, that's a decent Cabrew cross cow, but look at the dairy things that have thrown back to more dairy cows. Can you see how they've got that little spike here? This is, if you're a farmer, you just are not interested in this, but if you're not a farmer, like, just the difference between the dairy breed and the beef breed. Now, bear in mind that is Dorothy's mum, and Dorothy's mum let the world and its calf suck off her, and she takes it out of herself every single year. She was horrendous for it. Really, really pain in the ass cow. Absolute pain in the ass. Looks like a hat rack. But I was just showing you the difference between more of a beefy animal. Like, even she's, they're all of these, all of them, apart from her, are derived, should we say, from a dairy cow with different semen on. So this would be, you know, a dairy cow with an Angus on. This would be a dairy cow with a Belgian blue on. That's a dairy cow with a Montbéliard, which is more of a beefy dairy cow. Now, you know what? If it wasn't Jerseys, the Monties, I was always a fan of a Monty. They are so cheeky and they're so naughty. They've got basically what is a beef animal coming out of them, so they're worth something. I am a fan of a Monty. The best calves we've ever had, and that is including all of the fancier lot. Some of the shapiest calves we've had have been off decent bulls, off Monty cross cows. Like, they are just, yes, they are good. You. Lay on their backs with their legs in the air just to make you panic. I'm sure they love to see us running. Service announcement. Oh, the daffodils are coming through. Oh my God. Oh, I'm so pathetic. Yes! Guys, look! Spring is coming! We are nearly there. Anywho, public service announcement. If you ever see a sheep on its back with its legs in the air, or even on its side slightly with its legs in the air, don't leave it. Go and tip it over, hold on to it for a second, and then let it go. If it's really struggling and it's looking like it's pissed, maybe hold on to it for a bit longer. But do you know what? Just turn it back over. Don't leave it, whatever you do, because they can die. I'm at Ralph's again. I have a shopping list. Can I just tell you? I can't wait until we've got a volume washer. It's going to be so exciting.
You always make yourself comfy no matter where you are. Is that so nice on that bale? Oh, it's nice and warm.
Roy's just come with me on a Ralph's trip and taken things out of my basket and said, we've got some of those. And I said, no, we don't. We did have some of those. We did have some of those. We had two of those, actually. One here and one here. The moral of the story is always look on the loft before you start buying stuff, Charlotte, because likelihood is you've got them already.
How waterproof are these boots? Asking for a friend. I think they need a scrub like. Right, are my feet wet?
I think it's the wrong floor. I don't think this is great Rebel Hollywood.
Tears me down with that love alright. I don't know if I can bear it now. And she always plays with my fragile mind. She's pulling out with all of mine. I don't know if
I have just got home. I need to find me a hat. Obviously, what should I have today? Should be case today. I can't get it on. Stay there. I can't get it on. Case is a bit... Case is a man's hat, I think. Oh, Case. No. Sorry, Case. Sorry. It's a no from me. Should we be... Oh, should we be Sherwell Dada? Sherwell Dada. Or Ollie. Should be Ollie. Oh, it's a bit... Oh, there I am again. I found myself... I've lost my Massey Ferguson hat. It was my favourite hat, second to Drew, and I've lost it. I don't know where it's gone. I'm really cross. I think it might be in the bottom of the bath underneath a pile of washing. Don't tell anybody. Yes, I am that shit. I went out... I swear to God, that's not me being hungover. I went out last night with Hills Green. Oh. It wasn't in park. I'm going, oh shit, I've broken it. Anyway, went out last night with Hills Green. I set off at about 3:30 yesterday. Got to Manchester last night. Went out and then came back, and I was back here by 9:30, 10. And I had a really interesting conversation with a fella called Ben. He was dead nice. Shit at FIFA apparently. And he was saying something that I've often talked about and thought about. We're talking about farming in general, and we started off talking about women in farming, and then we were talking about farming in general, and this sense that unless you're filthy and killing yourself and pushing yourself and physically, exerting yourself, you're not working. And that was a mentality shared by farmers across the board. And that is something that I find interesting to think about. I don't know whether you find that interesting to think about. I find it interesting to think about. So this morning, for instance, I've got up, done a couple of phone calls, which are definitely not work. They were all work related. They're definitely not work because I wasn't exerting myself. I've got in the car and I've driven for 2.5 hours ish, whatever it was. That's definitely not work. People drive for a job and get paid for it, and there's me, it's not work. It's not work. So when I've got back to the farm, I've gone, oh my God, I need to work harder today because I've been slacking. I've been doing nothing. I've been messing around. And Roy's been working harder than me because he's physically exerting himself. And it's just an interesting conversation to have. It's a podcast conversation, isn't it, for me and Sheba Hoberham to have, Agent Farrell. Just that thing that if you're not physically doing something, we don't seem to class it as work. Like office work. Me sitting down and doing artwork. I'm still being paid for it. Not anymore, but like I'm still doing it. But like I don't class it as work because it's not out on the farm physically grafting. It's just a really peculiar mindset for farmers to have, but we all have it. I have it, like, and I guarantee all of the farmers watching this, they also have it. And Ben, this fellow, was saying that like his family always like he's from a farming background, but then works in an office essentially. And they were very much like, oh, like you're messing around, you're not doing a proper job, that kind of thing. Isn't it funny how people think? But like, I'm the worst for it. I do it to myself, and I constantly feel guilty when I'm not farming physically, or if I've had an easy day, you know, and I've not physically strained myself or done anything ridiculous. I feel like I've got away with it. Do you know what I mean? It's such a strange way we are. Like, or is it just me? Maybe it is just me. Maybe it is just a few of us. I don't know. Roy's definitely like that, I'll tell you. He does not think that I have done, like, I've been shirking today. I've been doing nothing. I agree with him. But it was a good night, though. Totally worth it. Cows right now, sorry. So, like, when you relate that, get back. These are just weaned calves, and they're very naughty. Very naughty. So when you relate that mindset back to farming in general, and you think of all of the increased pressures from outside influences, such as red tractor audits and paperwork, sitting down, doing your own bloody SFI, whatever, stewardship, all of these outside things that require you to spend more time away from the farm and less time doing what you actually think you're meant to be doing, just behave yourselves. Does that account for a small proportion of the mental health issues that we suffer from in farming? I'm not saying mental health issues as in, I'm saying like we're forced into these other roles that we maybe don't see in our farmerish minds as quite as productive as farming on the ground. And then we feel guilty because, I don't know about you, I feel guilty, especially when I think somebody else has been picking up the slack on the farm, or when I think I've been sat in an office somewhere doing some paperwork or even editing a video. Let's be honest, I spend a long time editing videos, about 2 hours every video I'll spend editing a video that you see. And I know the lads do it a lot faster, but mine have got music and slow-mo, and I enjoy doing that. That's what I enjoy doing. But yeah, it does. I'm just knocking shit off my boots. That's the only thing with boots. They're not quite as wipe clean as wellies, are they? So we are just heading off to Barnoldswick, to Wolfenden Concrete, which is where we've got the concrete channels and the slats for the tops off. We're just going to go down and pick one up because we're one short, and somewhere there is an aviation update coming. I can hear it, but I can't see it. Oh, yes! Legend. Look at that. Am I glad I was putting oil in the crap car? Yes, I am. Point being, we are far from under any illusion that these cars are new. So every time we go somewhere a little bit further away, like go to pick some sheep up, for instance, or whatever, or go to Barnoldswick, we're putting, I'm just topping up with oil, to be fair. So I've just dipped it. It just needs a little tiny bit. But yeah.
This is the Leeds and Liverpool Canal.
Do get about today, don't I?
Do you think we're in right place? Wow. Wow. These bad boys. They have cow size of giraffes in there. These are the same as Tom's Easy Fix mattresses.
I am a fan and Roy is not. Like, I wanted these, but I'm not allowed them.
Just in case anyone was wondering where we got it from. We're going to go steady on the way back.
All about the Lancashire today. I feel like I have come home. We are in Nelson. We're going to go through Burnley, past Preston. It's just a little bit too much for my head to take. The fact that I haven't been to Manchester for, 5 years or something. And then I was in Manchester last night, and then I'm back in good, proper Lancashire today. Like, it's just crazy. We have, you can't see it, the concrete channel and the slat lid on the back, and we were just one short, and we've picked up a lid as well to go on the top so we can finish, because Roy was half under the impression, speed camera, not that you're going too fast anyway, that it wasn't like imperative to have that back end of the shed finished before we put the robots in, but in actual fact we do need the back of the slats finished, because it would be watertight and it wouldn't hold liquid as it's meant to. So that whole slurry system, that isn't our slurry storage. Don't think that we are naive, we're not. Couple of comments, not so much on YouTube, because I think you guys probably see a different side of me and my slightly more in-depth, more on TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that, where I've put shorter videos up of the slurry, the slats and the channels and whatnot, where people go, oh, that isn't deep enough, oh, that's not wide enough, how are you going to do this, you need more fall, you need, whatever. The system that we have has been designed by a fella called Mike Jewis. Now, he's got like 55 years experience with slurry itself. Like, that is his job. He's a very, very clever man, and he goes far too in depth, and it goes over my head half of what he's bloody talking about, and he's good at diagrams. Anyway, the whole thing, it's designed with no fall. It is designed to sit flat. So basically it fills to a certain level, the shit floats on the top, and then only when it gets over that level will it start dropping off. So it's designed to sit, the whole thing sits in water or in liquid. Now, the smallest channels that you've seen, which, sorry, I literally just spat. I'm a funny colour. The smaller channels that you've seen, the last ones that we put in, they are just washings out from the robots and from a foot bath. They're not going to be heavy on the solids like the other ones will be. So the twin wall goes all the way along the side of the shed. They're also level, and that falls out of the back.
Such an industrial landscape.
Did you get Gasworks?
That's what we used to say.
Anywho, we've got our channels, we're on the motorway, we're on the way back. So we've also just had Collinson on the phone when I put the camera down, and that was just to check that they're going to send us the spec for the base for the feed bin, whatever you want to call it, and that is due shortly, which is absolutely wonderful. So we'll get the base down, get the bin here, which is great, and it's got like a feed system on it as well, which tells you when you're going to run out of feed, which is really handy. All the augers and things are on their way, ready for to connect the feed bin that we've got to the robots. A pre-cast, is that what it's called? Like a pre-cast robot room is being made as we speak, and that will be delivered ready to slot in like a giant Meccano set, I am hoping. Luckily we have those lights that you magnetise onto the trailer, so they've been coming really, really handy for doing this. So we stuck them on the trailer and they're working really well. You guys, I've just come inside to make this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe to my channel. as Andrew Ward says, it costs you nothing. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Love you long time, and I'll see you next time.